All right, so thank you everybody for joining us. We have a very, very, very special guest, and his name is Mr. Ryan Owens, and he's from Milestone Title, and he's going to talk to us about all things virtual, because in this world that we're in right now, virtual's become more reality. You like that, than ever before. So thank you, Ryan, for being here, and take it away.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm super excited today, and it's not just because of my heart palpitations due to this Colombian coffee I found in the cupboard. It said organic, but I don't know what's in that right now. So anyway, forgive me if I take a moment for myself. But good morning, everybody. I didn't know I was going to see this many faces, so I'm excited to see you all. So first thing I want to say is I've been studying technology and real estate for a long time now, and some things that are relevant now, I get to go back in my history and pull back up, and I'm really excited about that. And one of those things is virtual reality and things like that, which are not difficult by any stretch of the imagination, but they are relevant right now more than ever. So the first thing I want to say is something encouraging. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. I know it's a time of uncertainty and a lot of change for all of you, and I just want to say, bless you. I know you all are making a lot of changes right now, but the most encouraging thing I want to say today before I get started on the virtual is real estate will boom when this coronavirus threat is gone. And I mean, boom. I know there's a lot of people in here that have a lot of experience, but, and you know better than I do, but I've been following real estate agents from across the country and some of the best in the business, and real estate is going to absolutely boom in a crazy way when this is over. So let's get leveraged and prepared now as we're dealing with a little anxiety and change and uncertainty. Let's get prepared. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is, are you guys familiar, because they are affiliated with REMAX, of Rico Tours? You all have heard Rico Tours before? Okay. So that's a good place to get started. But I really don't think that we're ever going back to normal. I don't know exactly what normal was, but in my personal opinion, I don't think that it was working. I think there's a lot of ways to improve on some of the things we thought were normal. But what I want everyone to do today is to go online and spend about $11, maybe plus shipping, if you guys can do that. This is going to be, I want you all to have a Google Cardboard. And then I want you to, when you get that Google Cardboard, which is nothing but a flat piece of cardboard that you're going to fold up, and you're going to put your phone in it. And that's for both iPhone and Android. And then I want you to think about getting that branded to your name and sending that out, that $11 piece of equipment, to every single one of your clients, branded with your logo on it, which you can get done at everythingbranded.com. And I want to tell you, I'm going to spend the next few minutes going over why you should do that. That's not how you spell. I'm already going too fast. And everythingbranded.com. That's where you're going to be able to get those Google Cardboards that are going to be able to put your logo, your name, your contact information on it. And I think it's going to be one of your favorite things to send out to your clients here going forward. So virtual reality, I want to talk about that. And then if I have time, I want to talk about some ideas with virtual open houses, with holding some virtual open houses with your lender and your title person as well. So virtual reality solutions, it's going to save time. I want to go over some of the benefits of why virtual reality, you should even think about it. Does anybody here want to work with more clients? I'm sorry that I asked the rhetorical questions, but I'd love some hands. Yeah, we want to work with more clients. Real estate agents know quite well how much time, you guys know how much time it takes for each client. Arranging visits, you're showing properties, negotiating terms and prices. All these tasks are extremely time consuming. So it's no wonder the average realtor really works with a relatively small number of clients. You've only got so much time and energy. Virtual reality can absolutely change this. Since most properties can be shown through virtual tours, realtors can work more productively. And it doesn't matter where your clients live. VR helps you showcase properties even to a long distance buyer, out of state buyer, out of country buyer. And this means you can work with more clients and process some more inquiries. And when I get through some of the ideas of why this is important, I'll tell you where you can get it and how easy it's going to be. You can create virtual tours in a home relatively, depending on the home, in about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Number two, virtual reality is going to build emotional connections. If any of us have been through a sales training 101, we realize that people don't buy on logic. They buy on emotion. And most real estate agents are well aware of that. Virtual tours of houses help your clients visualize each property, unlike traditional visits where everyone's in a hurry. Potential buyers can take a look at a VR home tour that when's convenient for them, and they can focus on their attention on details and the details that are important to them. So fully immersiveness of virtual house tours create an emotional connection and engage clients a lot more efficiently than any 2D images that are out there, which may actually look quite a bit different from how a property actually looks in person. Some of these pictures, by the way, iBuyers, this is another encouraging thought. iBuyers are actually losing some money right now. According to DocuSign, I don't know if you guys saw the article by DocuSign, but real estate is as usual right now. DocuSign is seeing just as many across the board document signatures and contracts going through than ever at this time. And then back into my reasons why for virtual, it saves money. I know all of us want to save some money here too. So developing some feature-rich 3D virtual tours, it may seem expensive, but you need to think of it as an investment in traditional real estate marketing. Not only do you need to stage properties, you also need to provide high quality pictures and a lot of print materials, particularly for new properties. The virtual reality helps you save a ton of money by using the power of 360-degree videos and computer graphics. So today, making a guided video tour around a property requires just a panoramic camera and some basic rendering. And the fourth thing I'll talk about, I think I'm at number 4 now, is the instant sense of ownership. And this is a really good one. I really like this one. When you're nudging clients towards making a purchase or signing an agreement, it's one of the most challenging tasks for most real estate agents from what I've observed. And that's when virtual home tours come in handy. They allow clients to virtually visit properties when they want and for as long as they want. And that will establish a sense of personal connection and ownership. They'll get their hands on it. It's like when I used to sell cars. I couldn't sell a car unless somebody was in the car and took a test drive with me. There's no point in telling you numbers until you get in this test drive with me and I tell you a couple dumb jokes and we get back to the dealership. So you can enhance the customer experience by providing virtual tours with a lot of interactive add-ons. You can add mortgage calculators, information about similar properties, and description of neighborhoods. So virtual is really, really helpful right now because it's going to be able to do all those things, save time and money, help people create emotional connections with the home. And it's perfect for physical distancing. I try not to use the word social distancing anymore because I really believe a lot of us are more socially connected than ever, utilizing some of these technologies that we've got. So what you can do, how can you get started on virtual tours? Really, some of us are going into homes solo right now. A lot of us are providing videos or we're working with our videographer if we're able to have that. But we're going into homes and showing properties for our clients. I'm going to send out some links after this, so I don't have to go over all of that right now, about where you can buy some simple 360-degree cameras that you can sit right in the middle of a property. It'll do a spin. And then you're going to have that locked in. And then people are going to be able, and then there's some websites, a variety of them, and also free ways that you can put those panoramic videos or 360-degree pictures, which then are able to be viewed through that Google Cardboard in full immersive 3D virtual, and be able to create this really, really easily. Everybody here have an iPhone or an Android, so Google Cardboard works with all of that. And I really want you guys to at least get the $11 Google Cardboard for yourself to see the potential of being able to not look at the 2D images anymore. Well, still use those. We're not throwing that out. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. I don't know if that fits, but yeah, that's an old saying. I really want you guys to see for yourself what it looks like to be able to go into a property and really look around it in this time when people are at their homes looking on flat 2D screens, and how different it's going to be. And it's going to be the future. Actually, it's not the future. I think I said that 3 years ago. It's right this second. And I think that if you leverage that now, I think that moving forward, people are really going to gravitate towards you because they want a fully immersive experience. And I hope to see everyone getting back together and touching and holding hands and all of that. But some people have said for the next 18 months, and I don't believe that. but we don't know the timeline. But right now would be a great time to be able to add some new ways of touring homes, being able to get fully immersed in a home. And I really want to just put virtual reality. Virtual reality. I'm going to indoctrinate you with it. Virtual reality. I was in Bold once for KW. They did this weird thing where some cult leader came in and said, say it with a downswing. Virtual reality, virtual reality. I'm not sure how they did it, but I want to get it in your heads because I really think that it's going to be beneficial for you. And I'm here to help at Milestone Title Services. When you implement some of these things with great speed, I want you to know that I'm here for you to help you set these things up. I'll be your tech support. I'll be able to help you to call and say, hey, having trouble with this, and I'm going to get you help for it. That was really, other than sending you the links, I just wanted to go over kind of what I think is going to be very helpful for your buyers and sellers to be able to experience a home in this new age that we're living in right now. I also wanted to pivot into something that's also virtual too. Getting off virtual reality for a second, has anybody hosted a virtual open house at this point using Zoom or Facebook Live or anything? Has anybody done that yet?
I'll be doing that next week.
Fantastic. Well, I've got some ideas for you in regards to virtual open houses that can really kick things up a notch, keep it entertaining and even more informative. I really love Zoom, and I've heard some things about Zoom. Doesn't matter. Zoom's great. Love Zoom. Screen share options on there. I really want everyone to utilize these screen share. And I've got a couple tools that I think will really be helpful. I think that you should, sometimes we'll host an open house and we'll bring a vendor in, and typically they would bring coffee and cookies and drinks and whatever, maybe some rate sheets or whatever. I really invite you to bring somebody along who will decently work out on camera, one of your lenders or even a title person, and go Zoom and actually have your Zoom on your mobile phone. Because what I want you to be able to do is move freely without being on your laptop. I want you to be able to go throughout the home and be the one giving the tour. And then the person that you're actually going to bring in, I want them to then, after you've done the tour, have some light conversation back about the property, but then utilize Google Earth. Has anybody been to Google Earth lately or utilized that for anything? It's fantastic. It's so immersive. And what I would really recommend doing so we can spice up our virtual open houses a bit is utilize Google Earth through the screen share option to actually show off some areas, be an ambassador of what's around that home and show off the amenities in the property, zoom in on the pool. Use the 3D feature that you can actually go around a home and spin through a neighborhood, take them for a drive. You can actually click the little guy and put him on the road, and you can take your clients or whoever's watching through a drive through the neighborhood. Show them off your favorite restaurants in the area, or where the shopping is at. Show them where the USPS is, or how close that the local school is that their children are going to be able to be going to. But Google Earth can do all of that. What I recommend before you do it is play around with it a little bit, because it takes a little getting used to when you're zooming down with your scroll wheel, here, or, you can actually use, typically if you have a phone or you're on a computer that has touchscreen, you can zoom in a lot with pinching and moving and twisting so you can get around a property and all that. But get a little experience with using Google Earth, just so it's not so wonky when you're trying to show something and you're like running into the neighbor's house and all of that. Try to play around with it a little bit to get your hand-eye coordination down, because it will take a little bit of practice to be able to be smooth with it as you're doing a live virtual open house. And by the way, you don't need to do a live virtual open house. You could record that, so that if you want to make any adjustments to it afterwards, maybe cut out a section with some basic video editing. By the way, if any of you do this and you don't know how to cut or edit a video, you can feel free to send it to me. Put it in Google Drive or drop it in a Dropbox. Send me the link and tell me what part of it and we can even get on Zoom and you can show me what part that you want to get knocked out, and I will cut that off and paste it together so that you can then premiere that video. Or use a watch party on Facebook. And a watch party is going to be where you can basically premiere that video for your open house that Sunday or Saturday and have people tune in and be able to have the time to answer questions that people might have while watching that open house. So watch parties and premiering virtual tours Well, what else did I have here? I really think that what we need to focus on right now is speed of implementation. Right now, we've been into this about a month. And I really think that some of these things with the way we do open houses virtually now, and the way that we're able to provide an immersive experience for those buyers and sellers when they're looking through a home with virtual reality, implementing those quickly with not much dollars spent. Like I said, a Google Cardboard for $11, you can start sending those out, and they're flat too. So you can stick it right in the USPS manila folder or whatnot and send those out to your buyers and say, hey, I want you to be able to look at this home because you just can't get the feel of it with the pictures. I want you to step into the home without actually physically being there. That's impressive. If you do that to me, I'm stoked to have you as my realtor, especially during this time. So what programs do you use for editing? I got a question. Great question. I really endorse a program called Filmora 9. It's about $49, but it's a power-packed, easy video editing software for both PC and Mac that's linear, meaning it's left to right, easy to clip things, easy to add titles, great music. And I really feel that music is an important part of any kind of video. It creates a feel. So I can also send out, with whatever I send out after this, some great places to get free, non-licensed, non-copyrighted music that you can use for any kind of videos that you want. It was called Filmora 9. They have a pro version right now, but I wouldn't get that. Filmora 9 is a great one. And if you're going to edit on mobile, which I'm kind of stepping back from using stuff on mobile because they're so small. I like to be able to see things bigger. I don't know if my vision's getting worse or what, but I really like to edit on a computer these days. But if you are able to do it on a phone and on the fly, Video Leap is my favorite by far. I've tried them all, and I really like Video Leap. And it's not because I accidentally spent $35 on it by not getting off of the trial, but it is because I ended up really liking it. I'm sure we've all done that. We started a trial and we forgot to cancel it, and now we've got a new charge on our card. I would love to take some questions right now. If we have any more questions, feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the comments. So Rico Tours is something that I'd like you to check out. I have a couple others too. I'm going to send that afterwards here with some resources and some websites to be able to get started and get some equipment, or even use the own equipment that you have. None of this is really expensive, by the way.
Ryan, I have a question. I've only heard of one person who's done a virtual open house at this point, and nobody showed. So yeah. I guess one of my questions is, does just posting it, through the MLS that bounces out to Zillow and at all, is that going to be enough? Should you maybe, I guess, do a public Zoom invitation, or, and then once you're in it, I mean, the basic concept of an open house is that people are in and out and in and out, mm-hmm. and you're not necessarily narrating or presenting something the entire 3 hours. So, I don't know.
And this isn't a replacement. So I'm not telling you to use this as a replacement. This is an add-on. This is a supplement. So when it comes to getting people to an open house or getting them to a virtual open house, it's about marketing and being able to use all of our channels to get into our database and use to get people invited. I mean, we need to let them know that it's available. And when it comes to virtual tours, are you speaking about an actual like 3D immersive virtual reality virtual tour? Or are you talking about the traditional virtual tour?
No, I was talking about a virtual open house.
Virtual open house. Okay.
They put on, as far as theoretically, I guess, mm-hmm. Saturday, Sunday afternoon between 12 and 3 or whatever. Yeah. And it's not really it's not really an open house because, well, I guess it would be. People would be coming in and out virtually, but mm-hmm. I don't know. I still haven't seen how you are going to get people to virtually be driving by and see your signs and stop in, mm-hmm. or be looking. One of the most successful ways that I've had open houses is just from people looking on Zillow or Realtor.com and seeing that I'm having an open house and coming because of that. if it's virtual, I don't know. I just am not getting my brain around how we market that virtually to make that work, I guess. How you do it in 3 hours and how you
To hold it for 3 hours. I don't know that I would hold a virtual open house 3 hours.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, can I chime in, guys? I've done it. I don't know. Hey, hi.
I was just about to bring you in.
Hey, over here. So what we've been using is creating an event on social media. So your Facebook pages or whatever, you can create an event which also has the open house. So now you're not only marketing that, you're creating an actual event with the 3D tour. And you know, the Matterport tours that I have, which I did send a message on Facebook, guys. If you are interested in the Matterport technology and getting a tour done for your listing, I'm letting everybody in the office use it and brand it or whatever for $150. That'll give you a floor plan. That'll give you my guy to go out and take the pictures, and then you can use it how you want. But you can actually then track how many people are in the open house. So I would start, I mean, it's a different kind of marketing. So it's not just using Zillow and Realtor.com. Now you can go in the back ends of Zillow and Realtor.com, and where it says like, what do you like about the house or whatever. Some of those other places where you can edit is where I start saying, you know, you can see this virtually and blah, 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 blah. So giving it a little bit of a different spin. Sorry, I've been but then using Facebook events to market that. And then you can promote on there as well. You can promote around the radius of the house. So there's other ways. It's just like, it's not traditional marketing. It's how do I get them virtually there? So now you have to use your social power and you have to use some of those other things. But then with Matterport, you can actually track how many people were in there. And I did do it last week and I had like 10 or 15 people, which I felt was low just because it's social. But I guess in an open house reality, that was pretty good. So
actually, I think that sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, for me, for social media traffic, but I do, I feel like, you know, I could finally track, you know, who was looking at it and that kind of stuff. And it did really well. And I will tell you on the listing side, I haven't seen many slowdowns. So all my listings are still, you know, going under contract within about a week or two. So it's not, I think the more, for me personally, the buy side's been a little bit more difficult, but not the sell side. So.
And Lindsay, I maybe you said it and I missed it, but how long do you
Sure.
hold your virtual open houses for?
12 to 2.
Okay, so 2 hours.
Yep. Yeah, just like I normally do. I mean, obviously they can go look at them any other time, but the marketing is really from 12 to 2 to try to get them in there. And then I give them some kind of incentive, you know, because if they leave their information or ask a question or whatever, not that I can't track them anyway, I give them some kind of incentive if they come to my open house, that maybe I do a drawing for an Amazon card or, you know, because that lets you piggyback on marketing for something like that. Like maybe you buy, you know, a little Echo Dot or whatever it is, and then I can piggyback off Amazon, which, you know, marketing muscle out the wazoo. So just kind of finding another reason for them to come and incentivizing it for them for something inexpensive, just like I do a normal open house. I've just been doing it virtually.
Gotcha.
That's excellent. And I wanted to bring Lindsay in because I'm not the expert at marketing properties. I'm an idea guy. So, and right now we have a month and one case study of a virtual tour that didn't work so far. It works. And it's just like when I go to open houses with certain realtors, I've met realtors that are 5 minutes late and then they just start putting their signs throughout the neighborhood. And then I have gone to open houses which are fully packed and they've been prepared for it for a long time. They did great marketing and put it out there. There's a difference. Who are we? And Lindsay brought up a good point that she was able to track who was coming into her houses. That's really important. That was a big word that perked me up because now that she knows who's there, guess what she can do now? She can retarget those people who showed up and be able to get it back in front of them so that they have more of a potential to buy. And
guys, we have those little in the Max Center, you know how they can create the bit.ly links. So I think in the back end of Max Center, like when you're getting ready to promote the listing under the design center, you know, it'll give you a personal property website. So you can get bit.ly links through there, or you can go on to, I guess it's bit.ly.com or whatever, and you get these little tiny links And if you have
URL
those,
shortener is what it's called. It's called
what's
a
it called?
URL shortener in Mac Center.
Yes. So if you use those, then anybody who clicks on that, you can track. So if you find a thing that, you know, you can pop in there, like see more about this property or join this open house by clicking this link. Now every person that clicks on that link to go see your tour or whatever it is, you're tracking. So that's how you retarget them. And we actually have it for free in Design Center. Yay, free.
Yay.
Plug.
Hey,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, quick shout out to my buyer's agents. I just want to tell you, when things do get back to normal, we really
God
want our
bless you.
listing agents to be doing these virtual virtual tours and virtual Matterports and all of that, because as a buyer's agent, particularly in areas with large amounts of available inventory, which ain't us, but you can utilize VR to speed up the process of narrowing down potential homes that you actually visit in person. So given the Google Cardboard, once we have more virtual tours, they can go in, and the ones they want to see in person, then you can narrow it down. The days of taking in the 10, 15 homes would be over. So just a little encouragement from my buyer's agents about this.
So Ryan, is there a particular app, and maybe I missed that when you were talking too, but that when you're recording your 360 of a room or something like that, that makes it VR to place into the Google Cardboard?
Yeah, yes, there is. But I have some, where did I put those? Actually, I don't know where they actively are right now. I put a list of websites that are able to host and different apps that are available through Google Cardboard. But what I'll have to do is, they are available. I don't know them right this second, but I'm going to make sure that you all get those so you can do a little bit of investigation on how you can actually house those videos, whether that be social media or certain apps. Lori, did you have something?
Yes.
I saw you.
Is that the Google glasses, are those strictly for video replays, or is that something could be done live? So this is why I'm asking. So I had a new referral come to me yesterday, and they said, you know, they need to buy soon, but they're worried because you know, this whole virus thing, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I scheduled a Zoom call for them this morning, and I went and found an empty home in that neighborhood they're looking in, and I'm going to go do a Zoom call there with them. If I didn't do a Zoom call and I did, I mean, is there any way that works better with live? I'm sorry, I'm babbling and I don't mean to. I'm just trying to, I don't want to see.
I'm completely following you 100%. You're doing great.
Okay.
So yes, you're asking if you can do a live walkthrough and have them actually utilize the Google Cardboard to be able to take a left-hand turn and a right-hand turn and look up at the chandelier.
Right. That's not how that works.
Yes, that is available.
Oh, okay.
So you actually can do that. And I've come across that. I can't tell you exactly how, but I'm going to get you that information. That's actually one of the coolest things I ran across, because you actually can be able to utilize the virtual reality in a live setting. And I don't know if it's exactly through Facebook Live or a third party app that works with the live or Zoom. It's not a Facebook feature itself, but and that's really powerful. So I definitely will get that to you in an email that I'll send out to everybody.
Okay.
Because that's pretty exciting.
Has anyone ever used YouTube Live? I just saw that was a feature yesterday, and I've never obviously investigated that. Has anyone ever used that feature and how that would be different than any of the others?
I have not, but I know that I can do it on my Zoom, right? So I turn that on my Zoom. I can stream to YouTube Live because I do have a channel, but I just have not. I'm always worried, like, what if I want to edit that video first before I live it? But not that I'm editing these big long ones, but yeah, I do know you can do that. And I'm sure that'll probably, the algorithm on that is going to probably get some high priority for YouTube. So
now when you do Zoom Live, you can do live on all the different social stuff
at
the same time, or no?
You can do Facebook Live or YouTube Live. And I don't know if you can do them at the same time or not. I've not tested it yet.
Okay.
I got good news. YouTube Live, you can actually utilize VR headsets for that. So you can go live on YouTube as a native feature and be able to have those people that you sent your branded new $11 Google Cardboards to.
Oh my God. That's a great video too.
Looking up like this.
I'm so stoked. Can I do a screen share and just show you the Google Cardboard real quick?
Yep, I turned it
Yeah.
off.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and share that. So if you can see that there, so this is the Google Cardboard right here, and a lot of space for logos, a lot of space for branding here. It really is a piece of cardboard that's folded up that people will put their cell phone in and then Velcro it on there, and be able to do a full. You'll be stoked to see how amazing that it is with a piece of cardboard in your phone. But I want to get a place where you can get these on wholesale, and I think everythingbranded.com has these for like $12, and then they can put your logos and information on them too. I just think that that's going to be an awesome thing for agents to start sending out to their clients. I really, really do.
So
But
it's sort of like a 21st century of that thing. I forget what the thing was called that we used to, that you go through the pictures on the
yeah,
The
I love
Viewmaster,
that.
Kelly, the Viewmaster. We're dating ourselves.
Yeah, I knew I would be, but everybody knows I'm old, so no big deal.
Yeah.
It's the round thing. Did you put in the round disc?
Yeah, it's called a Viewmaster to all you young people.
No,
It
I
was
played with
our
that.
virtual reality when I was
It
like
was
8.
red. It was red. It was red.
So the thing I want to add to, just to hop in here real quick and kind of address something that was brought up earlier, is marketing, right? And the expense of these new tools. I'm going to tell you guys, I think that just like I told you last week, in my mind, I was like, man, was I too harsh? And I asked someone else and they said no, because they agree with me. If you're not doing video and you're not willing to make these evolutional changes to serve our customer the way and deliver the experience, right? Remember, customer experience is still top of mind here. You should retire. We've got to evolve. And I think VR, video, social media, digital marketing, digital door knocking, digital relationships, that is no longer the future. That is the now. And right now is so much change is happening. I think people are just like, even people who are like allergic to change are having to change and adjust. And now is a great time for you to just start making those adjustments, because some of these changes are going to be permanent. They're not going to be temporary. They're going to be permanent. And just like how the traditional ways of marketing was, farming. I'm going to tell you, I don't think farming is dead. What's dead about farming is the old way of farming. You're going to farm a different way now. You're going to use digital to farm, and you'll get a greater reach. You'll get a greater impact. It's actually cheaper today to farm digitally than it is via print. And so it's like, you're just going to have to adjust your budget. You own your own business. You need to have a budget that you're spending on your business, that you're investing into it. And instead of paying for stamps, and print postcards, you're going to pay for digital cards. For those of you that have websites and different things like that, I found a really cool website. And I think it only works if you own the site, your website, right? Like if you have the power to do this. But you can change your images attached to your website. And it's called anyimage.com. Oh, no, .io. Anyimage.io. You plug in your image that you want. You plug in your website, you do your description, and then when you post it onto social media, you can have a different look for the, so like if you're doing an open house tour and you wanted to do a picture of the house and have the link out in social, and you click on that to go to the next site, or go to your site to take them where you want to go, there's just stuff like that. And there's so many cool things online that you could be learning how to do right now, that will take you through, what do I want to say here? That will actually help you do your job better and more efficiently, right? And more and digitally. And so you've just got to start using those resources that we have, like I said, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, like getting intentional about what you want to learn how to do, and then go learn how to do it. And then just start doing it and implementing it into your business. I think it's a mistake if you guys want to be here 5 years from now, 18 months from now, for you not to utilize this time to pick up some of these new technologies. And I'm not telling you that you have to abandon everything you ever used to do, but you do have to evolve. I think now is the time for evolution. And if you want to innovation. I think a lot of innovation is going to come out of this experience as well. So be open to it. Be open to it.
Yeah, and guys, use that technology to enhance that other farming. So you can still do the postcards and you can still do that. And I know I've been the big, him and haw about it, but use the first IO to really get a good targeted listing list so that when you do send out your postcards, now that your budgets are spent in different areas, you're not spending $5,000 on an enormous community. You're going to people who are actually potentially going to list in the next 6 to 12 months that So now you can do your postcard campaign. Yes, your email campaign, your call campaign. So all of these things that you're going to shrink that budget for that part. And then you may spend a little bit more when you do get the listing or whatever on your digital exposure, but you're tightening up that stuff. So that's really, the technology is here and it's not going to go away, but it's always going to enhance what we did before. So what we did before is not going away. It's being, reallocated and use it to enhance the techniques from before.
Now that, let me ask you a question. How many of you guys, the ones I can see, and those of you that I can't see, you have the ability to raise your hand through this technology, but how many of you even know what retargeting is and how to do it? Like, basically no one. There's a small handful of you, handful of us. That is not good. Retargeting has been around for a really long time now, technically, in a lot of ways, and it's being used very efficiently to, not only, find new clients, but, get in, it creates new opportunities. Like, go research retargeting. Like, to me, that's your homework for the next week. Go research how to retarget. Many of you guys are like, your phone's not ringing. It's because you're not retargeting. Those are ways that you can get your phone to ring, because people will see you over and over and over and over again. And then now they believe you're the expert. They believe you're the one that knows how to do something. And then they will pick up the phone and call you. That's a shame to me that not enough of you guys have learned what that is at this point, even though I know you've heard of it before. Because how many of you have heard of retargeting? I should get like 100% of the hands up.
And I asked Andrew Duncan when he was in the office. So Mr. Technology, social media, whatever. I said, Andrew, what is the most, how do you stretch your money? What's the best thing that you're investing in right now as far as return? And that was a year ago. And he said, retargeting. Yeah. That's what he's doing. It's not buying Zillow. It's not doing all this stuff. It's retargeting. That's what he told me. And and I didn't know at the time what he really meant. I did, but not really. And that really kind of set it off. I'm like, all right, we're going to go check this out. So
just a little plug, pay attention. Milestone Title Services is going to have some classes over the next couple of weeks. And one of those will be about retargeting, a quick class to show how to use the database to put it back into retarget people that you want to target. And I wanted to mention something real quick about this cool thing, because I know that Kendall mentioned a lot of this is really cool. And I think sometimes you can look at it, because I'm really excited about technology and virtual reality and putting goggles on your head, making you look like a goofball. And I seem kind of young, which I'm not. I just have good moisturizer. I want to tell you that these aren't cool. I'm not saying these things because I want to have something to say and I want to be of value. And I just want to come on here and be like, look at me, guys. I got all these cool things to talk about. I'm literally studying some of the top agents in the country, and they're doing these things that are not cool. They're saving and enhancing their business. These are not cool things. They're cool, but it's not just to have something to talk about. These are really important things. And I wanted to say one extra thing about video. You don't always have to be the star of the show. If you're not somebody who's been on, you can utilize video by voiceovers or being creative. You don't always have to be the star of the show. It's not about that. Unless you're working personal one-on-one video with your pre-existing clients and clientele, they know what you look like anyway. You can use that, but you don't always have to be flashy and be a part of every single video. I encourage that because I truly believe you're the reason you are your business. But I just want to say this isn't for being cool and just being like seen as the person who's utilizing cool technology. It's important. That's it.
Well, yeah, and it's about the customer experience. At the end of the day, it's about enhancing that experience for them and delivering a quality level of service and experience that they have come to expect in every other industry that they market to, or that they get marketed by. I mean, look at Carvana, right? That is 100%.
That is cool.
Cool way to purchase a car, but it's also like it's efficient, and it like a lot of people. How many of you love going to go buy a car? It freaking sucks. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. It freaking sucks, right? Buying a car sucks. That was one of my things with, the vehicle I purchased. The car buying experience was 180 degrees different than a traditional car buying experience. So is Carvana. It's meant to provide a different experience that is less stressful and painful on the consumer. People often feel similarly about buying a house as they do about buying a car. It is stressful. It sucks. They're unhappy. Their expectations are not being met. It's painful. It's emotional, right? It's more emotional than buying a car. It's taxing. What are we doing differently to be able to relieve that? That's what we should be thinking about. That's what you guys could be journaling right now and brainstorming on, and putting the processes together to actually implement. So those are some of the things that I think are really, really important right now. And I know I keep I'm harping on you guys. I'm not trying to beat you up, but I just feel like there's so many missed opportunities because we are so afraid of change, because we're so afraid or think, that we can't do it. Of course you can. I know you can. Of course you can.
Yeah, definitely. I don't see anybody incapable.
Yep. Go ahead, Linda.
All right, just as a word of encouragement, my daughter who lives in California, she wanted to sell her house, and we're like, well, how do you go about that now? She's also 8 months pregnant. So how do you go about that, having people come in your house? And they, we talked about virtual touring, and they did that, and they got 4 offers. So she's in contract right away. So I think as the demographics also are younger and younger, they're more techie. Yeah. So we have to jump into that world. And so when I think as this becomes normal, this is not going to go back to anything like we had before. So this is going to be the new norm. And so being virtual is going to be very important. And I think as everybody else out there gets used to that, that's not going to be anything to them to go virtual. They're going to be, oh, yeah, I prefer it. I want to see it. And then we'll have a private tour type of thing. And, so it worked. It worked right away. So. Right.
And also too, I want to encourage you guys, get outside the box. Like, why are we just with everyone? And when I say everyone, I mean, most people are now home 24/7. Why are we doing virtual open houses on Saturday from 12 to 2? Why not do them on Tuesdays from 6 to 8? Why not do it, Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. when people are just probably looking for a distraction from the monotony of their day? Test it. I mean, do I know if it'll work? No, I don't know, but it might. And now's the time to test, right? And find out, where are people looking, when is the time when they're on the hotspot? I'm telling you, when are you on your device? A lot of times we're on our devices, probably right after waking up, a lot of people, and a lot of people right before going to bed. People are often on it, different times throughout the day. But the beauty of all of this and the virtual piece of it and creating video is it doesn't matter when they are going to get, if you're digitally door knocking and it's sitting out there, they can get to it whenever it's convenient for them, right? Because it's already there for them. And that's a very, that's a beautiful opportunity, because now, while Lindsay might have had 15 people at her virtual open house, if it's still sitting on the internet, in a form of a video, she could ultimately get hundreds of people there over a period of time, right? And other people interacting and seeing her content.
I think the big thing is when your seller, and buyers call you, you want to deliver this stuff with confidence, guys. It's not that you know everything, that you're ever going to know everything, that you're ever going to use it perfectly. And as soon as you think you do, it's going to evolve. So being honest with them and just saying, look, we've got some really great technology that's going to help us out. you know, and just going and just, and you're going to have glitches, and everybody knows it. This is different. It's challenging or whatever, but delivering it with confidence, because they're looking to you to be the, I mean, just like it was before, they're looking to you to be the advisor, and this is all new for everybody. So just delivering it with confidence and not being like, oh, I don't know, we got these, you know, new cardboard, you know, things that we're going to try. Just deliver it with confidence. I had a listing appointment yesterday or the day before, and she was just like, oh, I'm so glad that, you know, you're so confident about this process. Are you kidding? Like, okay, I could barely get on Zoom, you know, 2 weeks ago. So, but it was just the way that you deliver it. And again, you're their advisor. So, you know, you need to deliver it in that confident way, and that will make you stand out, because a lot of people are scared of it, or agents are scared of it. Don't act like you're scared of it.
Right.
If we've got time, can I show you just a quick little tour of what it would look like? It'd just take a minute to show you. I want to show you, I'm not endorsing Rico Tours, but they got a full package that I think is really well put together. I'm going to screen share it real quick and just give you an idea of visual, because I'm a visual guy. So I want to show you guys and gals what this looks like. So Rico Tours here, and what sparked my interest is they are affiliated with REMAX here. And this is right now they have a package where if you spend, I think it was maybe $3.99 right now, you get a free virtual camera, which you can stick right in the middle, and they show you how to do it. And they give you all the hosting options. You get all the analytics. I think it's really amazing. So this is kind of what people are going to be able to be. You'll have the floor plan here, which will have these different dots where people, while they're in there, they can move to that particular area of the house. And they're going to be looking all around with movement of their head here with that Google Cardboard that you send them. And it's not only cool, but I mean, this is what people are going to want to see moving forward, in my opinion here. You can move to the master bedroom so quickly and just be able to take a look and move throughout the house with these different dots. And all you have to do as an agent very easily is there's a tripod, you stick it in the middle of the room, and it takes a full 360, and then you can host it. And then there is a monthly subscription on this one. I'm going to do some investigation for you guys and give you the most bang for your buck, anything that I can find. But this is going to be able to post to Facebook. You can embed the tour in any website. There's all kinds of cool stuff right here. And they got some great packages, because they know now is the time that people are jumping on this stuff. But I just want to give you an idea of what Rico Tours was, because someone asked about that earlier. And because they were affiliated with REMAX, I thought I'd show you. And you can get a free trial right now too. Just a little quick visual I wanted to show. That's it.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So guys, just to kind of wrap up in this last minute here, some really cool things for you guys to walk away with. I took a ton of notes today. Hopefully you guys did too, but things to investigate are Rico Tours, everythingbranded.com, Google Earth, right? Go research that. I would also research, the Matterport technology, right? Because that's something a little bit different than, but similar to the Rico Tours. The other option are other 360 cameras, right? Researching that. Researching how to do your Facebook watch parties. Also, another thing to research is how to, like other marketing, retargeting, right? Retargeting, and how to market your virtual open houses in some outside the box ways, right? So yes, I would probably do all the traditional things I know right now. Did they ever open up on the MLS? You can do a virtual open house through MLS, right? I think you guys can do that still. So, but then also finding other ways to like create cards and, do the, create an invitation to an event of your open house through social media. So lots and lots and lots of things for you guys and ideas for you guys to look at, to implement. I'm probably missing something as I'm trying to review my notes, but thank you so much, Ryan, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And sharing some great knowledge. Thank you, Lindsay, for sharing your experiences as well. And thank you to the rest of you for the great questions and commentary. I appreciate you guys oh so very much. You know I love you.
I'm available for virtual open houses, so please contact me if you'd like to do one.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Are there any other questions before we close out? Okay, yes, we've got at least one.
Yeah, can you send us Ryan's contact information?
Yes.
Absolutely. And because I am doing a little extra investigation, there's it in the chat room right now, but I'm going to send out to the database that I have. Please forward it to anybody that I don't miss with some show notes and some links and different things too.
Okay, and then one last question, just to alleviate my blonde confusion. Is retargeting, is that the same as stalker ads? Okay.
I think so.
I've never heard of stalker ads, but
Oh, you never heard of
It's
stalker?
gotta be.
I've heard of stalker ads. I just never heard it called retargeting.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's probably
That's the bougie term is retargeting.
yeah, or yeah.
I gotta do a little more.
I'm gonna do something. I think that's more of the boomer term. Stalker ads.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, I'm a boomer too. My daughter calls me a Karen, a boomer. Like I get all of it. For those of you guys that don't know what that is, Google it. It's funny. All right. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. I'm going to post this recording up on the Facebook group again. So if you need to rewatch it or share it with another agent who missed it today. Did you guys like it? Was it good? Good info?
Yes.
All right. Great. Wonderful. We will see you guys next week. We've got a full calendar for next week, including you guys are going to get Bill back. So if you guys have contract questions and ideas, if you could pre-send them to me ahead of time so I can make sure Bill is prepared to talk about those things, I think that would be helpful to him. So I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you all too. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.